All right, my people, my beautiful and handsome viewers. Yeah, welcome to my platform, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and for those people who have already sleeping, good night as usual. Yeah, I greet you at your location time. So you are welcome. You are welcome to our platform. Another update, another woto woto. Yeah, another woto woto. It don't land. Yeah, so it's about the tribunal. Yeah, the tribunal, election tribunal. So today is the day, that is 3rd of July 2023, that INEC and APC Tinubu side will defend themselves in the court. So today is the defender, the accusers, they will defend themselves. They will defend themselves and they will give their own beyond reasonable doubt. So today is today. As we are saying, if you read my title, the history is about to happen. The new history in Nigeria of election tribunal case is about to happen. It's about to happen. The video I'm going to play to you guys, the video I will play for you guys now, you will hear a lot of what is going on, at the tribunal court, because Labour Party and the PDP is like they are winning. Yeah, let me put it that way. They are winning. It's 2-0 now, 2-0. Who got 2 is Labour Party and PDP. 0 is for APC and Egbekegbe, Asaridokun side. Asaridokun, Asaridokun na that pig, that fat pig, their side is losing. So and they will lose. They will lose totally. Oma lule. They will lule gbẹ̀yìn because the truth shall prevail. Welcome, my brother Chris. Charlie Chris, yeah, you are welcome. Thanks for, please, as you are coming in, just okay, sorry, I want to press, okay, so let me give you comment. Please, as you are coming in, just share and like. Yeah, thanks, yeah, God will bless you. Thanks, yeah, you are welcome to the platform. You are welcome anytime. You are welcome. Yeah. So we are about to start the show now. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, for liking our program. Thank you. God will bless you. God will bless your home. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So keep sharing and keep liking. Yeah. I love you all. You are so wonderful. Thanks. I can't do without you guys, you are my fans, you are the one gingering my swagger, so I can't do without you guys. So please, and let's do it together. Support my ministry. Support my ministry by sharing and like. By sharing it and like. Yeah, thank you. So let's move on. So today's topic is the history is about to happen in Nigeria in the court of law. So don't let me waste no time. Let me just give you the video straight up, because there are 2 videos I want to give today, and it's very interesting, very, very interesting and fabulous. Yeah. So let's go. Yeah. Okay. This is inside the court. The first lawyer to speak is PDP. The PDP lawyer will speak after the LP lawyer. So they want to tell you what they have in their pot, the soup they have and the meat inside the pot, delicious meat. So they will share it to us now. So we will taste from it, whether it's suitable, whether it's flavorish, Whether it smell, yeah, you have a good odors, we never know. So let me play it for you, and let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this show. Okay, here we go.
Gravity of the infractions and mishaps that took place during the 25th February 2023 presidential elections.
A PDP lawyer.
How many people were
He's the
not
one
allowed
speaking
to vote,
now.
how people were restricted, the violence that took place,
Yeah.
the general
I think you can hear it loudly.
infractions.
If you are not hearing, let me know.
Not to be generally credible at all. From any prison, you look at it, they made it clear. For one of them believes squarely that Tinubu did not win the election.
He did not win. See, you can hear. Sorry. I'm sorry for this disturbing, it's all the time it's just popping up. Yeah, there's no we can do about this one. It's a disturbance. It's a commercial.
Win the election, and he makes no words about that.
Let me put it back a little bit.
Some of how people were restricted.
Okay.
The violence that took place.
So let's sit back, enjoy the show with me. Yeah, grab your cup of coffee or wine or beer or juice, wherever. So let's enjoy the show.
You look at it.
God will bless you and bless your home. Please share.
Squarely that
share. Let it go viral.
And he makes no words.
It's very, very important.
He believes he did not win. Some of them said he didn't score the required 25% of the votes cast.
I don't know how this man is going to pull off with this.
And when they asked him,
I don't know how Tinubu, Mr. Emilio Khan, is going to pull off from this too much baggaging on his neck, because he have too much of load, too much of scandalous, atrocity, so he has it too much and it's weighing him down. So how he is going to remove it, it is only God know. So let's hear what they said.
Is it your opinion? He says no, it's not my opinion. Tinubu did not win the election.
He did not win the election. Sure, that is for sure.
He did not win.
That's for sure. Everybody knows that.
He didn't score.
Everybody knows that.
25% of the votes cast in FCT. And when they asked him, "Is it your opinion?" He says, "No, it's not my opinion. It is the law that he should have got 25% of FCT to be declared president." So generally, the thrust of our case today was that the INEC was hasty and wrong in declaring Tinubu the winner of the
very,
elections.
very wrong. Very, very wrong.
Every evidence shows that he did not win. More details on the ongoing petition of the PDP and its presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, at the 2023 Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, Appeal Court, Abuja. The People's Democratic Party, PDP.
So PDP will speak now.
His Excellency Atiku
PDP turn to speak.
On Friday, 23rd of June, 2023, closed its case after calling 27 witnesses.
Who's calling me?
In total.
No calling, please. I'm doing show.
To establish that Atiku Abubakar defeated
Please, no calling. Suspend your calling now.
In the February 25, 2023
I'm on show.
Presidential election. The PDP also contends that
I tell God beg you, please.
The elections should have been declared inconclusive.
Don't distract me.
And supplementary elections rerun scheduled by INEC. PDP and Atiku also produced documents and witnesses that give evidence to show that INEC compromised its own election by failing to transmit results in real time, as INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu promised Nigerians after collecting over 200 billion naira for the same purpose.
300.
Well, you see today, we
it's 300 collected.
Witness who gave very robust evidence, and you see in the course of his evidence, he also tendered those video clips, very important video clips, showing the INEC chairman making the commitment to Nigerians for that real-time transmission of the results by the BVAS machine to the IRF. And you see, with that established, we are very, very happy with what has happened today. And he also tendered even screenshots from the IRF. You saw the documents tendered.
INEC, APC and Bola Tinubu objected to all the documents tendered, including the ones sourced directly from INEC itself as certified true copies, CTC, but reserved their reasons for objection until later. INEC lawyers opposing the certified true copies of INEC documents tendered is a major red flag, confirming that the Independent Electoral Commission compromised the conduct of the February 25 presidential election as against the senatorial and House of Representatives election conducted on the same day. But despite their objections, all the documents were accepted by the Presidential Election Petition Court as evidence.
We have already tendered our documents as the petitioners.
PDP and Atiku's team of lawyers, led by Chief Chris Uche SAN, added to the burden of the respondents' lawyers by tendering key documents that showed that the presumed winner of the February 25, 2023 election, the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu, was not qualified to run for office ab initio. The documents sourced from INEC are submitted by Bola Tinubu with his INEC forms EC13A and EC9 are 1. APC party membership card in the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 2. Certificate of service from Mobile Oil.
So many scandals.
3.
So
NYC
many
certificate
scandals.
of exemption belonging to one Tinubu
Controversy.
Bola Adikunle upon graduation in
So many
1979,
controversy.
at which time the NYC exemption was not yet in effect.
Thank
4.
you.
Certificate from Chicago State University.
Thank you.
Further documents tendered through the PDP Atiku's witness, Mike Enahoro Eba, to challenge the INEC certified documents were CTCs of documents forwarded by a notary public in Chicago, USA, through a subpoena. 1. An original letter issued by the Chicago State University to the Witnesses Council in the USA, a colleague and friend who offered to help Nigerians in the matter pro bono. 2. Undergraduate form filled at the time of entrance into the Chicago State University showing a different name other than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 3. Transcript from the Southwest College, all documents showing that the graduate was female. 4. A Guinean international passport in the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And 5. CTC of the judgment on the drug
all these things they are counting is allegation.
Chicago, leading to a forfeiture
level
of
against
$60,000 by Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The allegation level against
By
the
introducing this dimension to the petition, Chief
selecting
Chris Uche
president.
and the team of lawyers with him have put the onus on Bola Tinubu's lawyers to explain the various names their client bears.
How he can
Why
come
he
out
was
of
at
this
one time a
mess
female,
is only God
drug
know. I
trafficking
don't know.
feature matter, and his Guinean
Me, I cannot tell
citizenship.
you.
The Nigerian judiciary is now clearly on trial with the introduction of these documents. Again, if electoral justice is upheld, Bola Tinubu could become the first ever president of Nigeria to be removed from office.
It will be.
We fielded our last witness today, who, as you can see, tendered very, very critical documents pertaining to the qualifications of the second respondent, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the academic qualifications, including the NYSC certificate, and then the conviction, the criminal forfeiture judgment from the US, as well as the Guinean passport. So all these documents were admitted by the court, and we were able to round off our case on that note, having called 27 witnesses. So, and as the law permits us, and also in accordance with the pre-hearing report, we have eventually closed the calling of evidence by the petitioner. So the next stage now is for the respondents. If they have any defense, they will bring forward their own witnesses.
So that one will go down today.
To cross-examine.
That one you are scheduled today, this Monday, 3rd.
Challenge them with
3rd July.
finish calling their
2023
witnesses, they too will close their
is
case
the resume
formally,
of the
and then
Tribunal
the
Court.
parties will now address the court on issues of law. That's why you see most of the times questions are asked, we say these are matters for address, because there are legal issues that at the end of the day will address the honorable court on.
Yeah.
So we are very happy that this second stage will finish with the pre-hearing. Now we have concluded with the presentation of the petitioner's case, and we're very happy reviewing entirely what has
No
been
calling,
presented
no
before
calling,
the
please.
court. So we'll now wait
I don't
hear
want to
from
be
the
distracted.
respondent, and when they finish, we all leave everything.
I'm doing a program. I will call you back.
Yes, my people.
So that is it for this video. So let me play you the second one. This is from Arise TV, the morning show from Rufai. So let's hear the Woto Woto. This one is a real Woto Woto on APC spokesman, you know. Ala Kori, I don't know his name, you know, whether an Ala Kori or Alake. So anyone, you grab it. So that is where you find yourself, because you need to be telling us the truth. You know, we are not a fool like you people. So don't make us a fool, because if you want us to be pronouncing your name very correctly, you will not make us a fool. Okay? Say things as the way you see it, the way you it's come flash to you. Don't say things that because it will favor you, you know. So everybody has wise up. Nobody is a fool. You can't tell us what we already know. That is the bottom of line. So let's play this video and hear what they said about the condemnation of the election, you know, from European body. So that is what they analyze on. So I'm just putting a lotion on the topic. So as I'm a host, so I need to put some lotion for just maybe a little bit spicy, you know, just to taste very good for you. So that is why I'm here. That's how I'm here on the program, you know. So don't say I'm talking too much. Maybe that is where the God created me, and that is my own career. So I accepted it, you know. I accepted it deep down my heart. So I'm talking too much, but I'm talking a lot of sense. If you are hearing me now, you know that there's a lot of senses in my word that you can take home for free. So no charges. So okay, let's go. Yeah.
The fact that the presidency has responded through the spokesperson to the president, Mr. Dele Alake. So there's a report.
Dele Alake.
I saw the response of the presidential spokesperson, and I laughed.
All of them, they are liars.
You rebuff a report,
bunch of
but
liars.
you don't have empirical analysis to point out the holes in the report. And he didn't rebuff it. He said it was a badly done job. No, the EU report was a well done job. Kudos to the EU for empirically analyzing what happened in the elections and putting the report out there. A lot of Nigerians want to forget the trauma of the last elections. An election that promised so much but delivered so little. Is it the same elections that people were divided in Lagos? That town criers were coming out to tell people not to come vote? Is that same elections where people were beaten, blue, black, were hurt? And there was rancor everywhere?
So many massacres.
That our journalists, Okpe, where are you? Okpe was beaten and punched in the face for going to cover an election?
Yeah.
Is this same election that somebody is trying to defend? This same election that we saw what happened in Obiakpo,
I wonder.
who became a butt of jokes by the international community. This same election that on the 1st of March, Financial Times wrote Nigeria's flawed elections.
Flawed election. Flawed one.
Elections that people don't want to come. This same elections that INEC has not been able to tell us.
Zero point election. Worstest election in the world.
There's going to be a technical analysis report of the nature of glitch. The first thing INEC should have done is to bring out that report. But till today, I've not seen anything of such. These same elections, and they were hurts, killings, beatings, This is an election that was that lady's only offense that was gouged in the eyes. Jennifer, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah.
Because she went out to vote, but she said nothing was going to stop me. I was going to vote.
Exactly.
These same elections where INEC reneged on its promises. And the defense now is that, oh, they didn't say we're going to... Did you see Mr. Festus Okoye? When our colleague asked him, what kind of technical glitch, he couldn't answer. I said the case is a court. We'll see what when the defense opens. It opens today, isn't it? 3rd of July. We'll see when the defense opens.
They will defend wrongly.
But you see, what we are saying is for us to move a country forward, we need the truth.
They have nothing to defend.
We have had an elections like this in 2007.
Why
but
do you think is that?
The man that benefited, Umar Musa Aradwa, came out to say, I know the elections that brought me were fraught with irregularities. And he gave us the wage report, which is the template for how elections should be today. We shouldn't deny the fact that the elections were filled with a lot of anomaly.
Yeah.
220 million population projected. Only 25 million people voted. So isn't the voter apathy shocking to Nigerians? Look at the chaos, look at the rancor, look at the pain that Nigerians face, look at the bewilderment that Nigerians faced after the elections. But what did the politicians do? They divided us further.
So traumatized.
EU, thank you for your very good reports. Those that have ears, let them hear.
Exactly.
Yes, some say it's a poorly done, bad job. I think they too should release their own report. Let's see. As long as they can't pick out the lies in the EU report, let's tell ourselves the truth in this country. If we want this country to grow, we must speak the truth to power every time.
Exactly.
And that's what people don't like doing because they benefit from sycophancy. Because these same people that were hurt, all of a sudden they are going to look for positions.
We are here to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And nothing they can do about that.
They can't tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because of what they want to benefit and going to eat. But I know Nigerian democracy will live tall.
You cannot do us anything for us to be telling the truth.
There will be possibilities that abound.
It is God owns our life.
Those on the EU for that report. Those that should take feedback should take feedbacks. And if we don't want to take feedbacks, the people are making up their minds and their decisions. And that's why you see that voter apathy is on the increase. People are not even coming out to vote again. Last election cycle, more people came out to vote than now. Dr. Abati, I yield the floor.
Okay. The EU mission report on the 2023 general election. For context, because we should always put this in context. The European Union Election Observation Mission, led by Barry Andrews, was in Nigeria for about 3 months before the election and after the election. What is new is that European Union Election Observation Mission, EUOM, as it is called, has now released its final report. It is natural for different stakeholders to react in different ways to the report. Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party say that they have been vindicated, that what the EU has done is just to confirm what they've been saying, that election, 2023 general election, was marred with irregularities, okay? But the winning party, the ruling party, the APC now comes around and says, look, the European Union mission led by Barry Andrews is guilty of bias, and that, in fact, it is based on wrong assumptions. What is the argument put forward by the government of the day? Simply that the EU had just 11 analysts and about 40 election observers across over 700,000 polling units across the country. And their argument is that, look, with 40 observers across over 700,000 election polling units and just 11 analysts in Abuja, in terms of deployment, the federal government of Nigeria, the Tinubu administration argues that the EU could not have had a favorable, objective assessment of the election. However, the thing to note here is that it's very characteristic of the Nigerian government anytime any international agency or observer group says anything about the economy or about Nigerian politics, or even a media house international, whether it's the Economist or any other, or New York Times, writes anything unfavorable about Nigeria, the default position is to kick and say, no, you are lying, you are biased, you are prejudiced. So that's the context in this particular regard. So nobody should also be surprised that Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party are both saying, oh, we have been vindicated. However, it was not only the European Union that observed the elections. You had local observers, we had international observers. We had observers from the West African leaders, led by President Jonathan. We had observers from the Commonwealth. We had observers from the AU. We had observers from ECOWAS. I think for Nigerians to get the right perspective in this regard.
My people, this one strong pass me. Finally, they don't come for
sorry guys for this. This just come from nowhere. I'm sorry guys. I have too much video here, a funny video. Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, let's stop. We stop right here because the video I want to play.
from Nigerian affairs.
Sorry.
The right to revisit a case or reverse themselves if they have new information. Will they do this how many times in order to free Tinubu? If it is one judgment that they will need to reverse in order to free him, people might say, okay, it's just one. Public opinion might not be against them. People might not come hard on them. But when you consider that they will need to do it,
let me put it back a little bit.
Will they saying they are all the same thing, they've collected money, they've taken bribes, that nothing will come out of it, that no one can remove a sitting president, many permutations, many issues. But when you look at the gravity of what Tinubu has done, all the baggages that comes with him, and the massive evidence that the petition has presented in court, the judges at the Supreme Court will need to go to extreme levels in order to free Tinubu. There are many judicial precedents that the Supreme Court justices were part of in the past few years. And while the Supreme Court has the right to revisit a case or reverse themselves if they have new information, will they do this how many times in order to free Tinubu? If it is one judgment that they will need to reverse in order to free him, people might say, okay, it's just one. Public opinion might not be against them. People might not come hard on them. But when you consider that they will need to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 judgments in order to free him, it becomes a matter of morality, not just taking bribes or trying to favor someone. And it doesn't stop there. What about the implications of the judgment if they eventually overturn all past judgments in order to favor him? What will that portend in Nigeria going forward in politics and governance? It will definitely change the political landscape in Nigeria. Take, for instance, the Supreme Court judgment that made Lawan, who didn't contest for the senatorial primaries, to become the winner of the election. Before the judgment, it was possible for someone who didn't contest the elections proper, but a winner of primary election at the party level, to become the winner of the election. That was how Rotimi Amechi became the governor of Rivers State. He won the PDP governorship primaries, but somehow INEC put Celestine Omehia's name on the ballot for the general election, and the Supreme Court restored him. Many people held Supreme Court when they delivered the judgment that they did justice to the matter. But why didn't many people hail the Supreme Court when they delivered judgment on Lawan's case and that of Akpabio? It shows that something was definitely wrong with the judgment.
Something is wrong with the judgment.
Now, let's look at the first judgment that the Supreme Court justices will need to overturn in order to free Tinubu. In 2003, Buhari lost the presidential election to Obasanjo, and he went to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Eventually, the Supreme Court ruled that despite Obasanjo not winning Abuja, that what was needed was for the candidate to score at least 25% of the total votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
Yeah.
It was the first judicial interpretation of the 25% requirement in Abuja since the Fourth Republic began. And the Supreme Court interpreted it that a presidential candidate, after scoring 25% in 2/3 of the states in Nigeria, must still score 25% in Abuja. That was the interpretation. The next judicial precedent that the Supreme Court justices will need to overturn was set back in 2008. In Buhari versus Yar'Adua, Buhari sought the cancellation of the presidential election because Yar'Adua didn't win Abuja. But the Supreme Court justices that sat on the panel disagreed with him. They followed the earlier precedent of 2003 and ruled in the same manner that 25% was only required in Abuja, not a win. They therefore struck off Buhari's petition. So based on the 25% requirement, the Supreme Court have already made two judgments that says that a presidential candidate must win 25% in Abuja before being declared winner. And Tinubu obviously did not get this required 25% in FCT. And the fact that this section of the Constitution was not amended before the presidential election, that means it is a dead end for Tinubu. He cannot escape it. Exactly. The Supreme Court has no option than to follow precedent by annulling his victory. No matter how people feel about the 25% requirement in Abuja, it is still the law, and the law must be upheld. It is practically impossible for someone to have 25% in the 36 states of the Federation without having it in Abuja. Abuja represents all Nigerians. So if you are popular already in Nigeria in some of the states, that means you're popular already in Abuja. All past presidents, including MKO Abiola, all scored the required 25% in Abuja. Yeah. So that of Tinubu won't be different.
It will never be different though.
The third judgment that they will need to overturn was delivered in 2014, and as fate will have it, the current Chief Justice of Nigeria was part of the panel of judges that delivered the judgment. In that groundbreaking judgment on Abacha versus Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Supreme Court ruled that forfeiture is a result of a crime. If there is no crime, there can be...
Sorry. I don't know how to do with this. So let's hear this.
There can be a forfeiture. If someone forfeits something, that means a crime was committed. So this judgment, this judicial precedent will make sure that Tinubu is disqualified. Tinubu forfeited $460,000 to the United States government, funds that were traced to narcotics trafficking. So the hands of the Supreme Court judges, including the CJN, are tied. They cannot do otherwise but to disqualify Tinubu. The fourth judgment that they will need to overturn in order to save Tinubu is the one that they delivered in 2017. Two Supreme Court justices that delivered that judgment are still serving at the Supreme Court. In the unanimous judgment, they disqualified the PDP candidate because he forged a certificate. So looking at the evidence that Atiku's witness submitted at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, you will see that the Supreme Court justices have no option than to take a clue from the earlier judicial precedent that they themselves set in 2017. Or will they treat Tinubu differently?
I wonder.
The next case that will tie the hands of the Supreme Court justices is the one that they delivered in 2020. That judgment disqualified David Leon because his deputy forged a certificate. The big takeaway from that judgment is that the Supreme Court understood that time was of essence. They disqualified him 24 hours before he was supposed to take oath of office. So they understood that since this man committed this crime, they need to deliver the judgment quickly in order to prevent him from taking office. They understood that politicians who didn't win elections or violated some laws in the process shouldn't be allowed to enjoy the office for even a day. So it can be done. even without the amendment of relevant sections of the law, election disputes can be resolved before swearing in, so that only people who truly got the mandate of the people will be sworn into office. The next one is the one that they delivered this year, Oyetola versus Adeleke. In the judgment, the Supreme Court upheld and reinforced all the guidelines and the processes involved in the conduct of election. All these processes and guidelines, INEC never obeyed any of them. They conducted the election without recourse to the guidelines. So will the Supreme Court justices turn around and say that collation can happen without reference to the IREV? Will they say, oh, you don't need IREV anymore, despite IREV being in the Electoral Act, that a collation officer must consult the copies on IREV before starting collation at the ward level? So will the Supreme Court now say, oh, IREV is not required, because IREV is the main thing. Without IREV, that means any rigged result can be collated without verification.
No IREV,
the last one is not actually a judgment, but the impact of how they will decide.
No IREV, no election.
That someone with all these baggages and all the violations that INEC did, that person actually won and can continue in office. If they decide that way, that means going forward, anybody with even more baggages can find his way and become the president, become the governor,
that's what we are saying.
Contest in any elected position.
All criminals can be a president of
change the
Nigeria.
Political landscape in Nigeria. If at the end of the day, with all the judicial precedents that they themselves
bunch of criminals,
that they turn around and say, no need, put this aside, this man won, let him continue. Well, the world and Nigerians are watching. Thanks for watching.
So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. So this is how we stop it. So thank you. Which one are you? I'm not calling on you now. So anyway, thanks guys. Please put your comment. The one that we forget here to put. Just put it there. You are part of the program. It's our program. It's all of us concerning in Nigeria. So your comment is very welcome. Your comment is very welcome. And share to your loved ones. Let them enjoy the program as well. This program is educative. And you need to learn from it. You need to learn your part. Because it's a slippery road for us in Nigeria. So we need to be saved. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much. And God will bless you and be with you. Amen. I pray. So I will be closing the program now. So until tomorrow, if you have another update, another news coming up, we definitely bring it to your hearing. So thanks, and God will bless you and be with you. Amen. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Love you all. Mwah. Love you. Peace out.